Hi, I'm Phyllis, southernfrugal.com. Tonight, well, it's almost night, we're going to make a orange meringue pie. Now, the main reason I'm making this is because of the Tropicana juice. It doesn't have any sugar in it. And when I made the little glaze for the carrots a couple of days ago, and we, of course, ate all the carrots out of it, and I had some of the sauce left, and it was so good. So I figure I'm going to make orange meringue pie with this same orange juice. Doesn't have any sugar in it. It's a little tart, which is good. And so this will be very similar to lemon meringue pie, except it's going to be orange. Now, I'm not using any orange zest, and I'm also not using any kind of orange flavoring. This is all going to be the juice. All right, we're ready to get started. Let me turn my camera down. All right, so the first thing I'm going to do, and by the way, y'all, shut your ears up because I'm going to have to mix this sugar, which is 1.5 cups, with the cornstarch. So this is 1/3 of a cup plus 2 tablespoons. Now this is a 1.5 tablespoon measure, and I've got it heaped up, so this is 2 tablespoons. So now we're going to mix this up. So kind of put it on mute if you have trouble listening to this. And what this is going to do is mix the cornstarch and the sugar, and the little crystals in the sugar help break up the cornstarch. So I'm just mixing that all together. All right, so next we're going to go ahead and add 1.5 cups again of the Tropicana juice. There's no sugar in this. Now we don't have our burner on yet either. So we want to get that cornstarch dissolved by just continuously stirring it around. All right, so I'm going to make this like my mother used to make lemon meringue pie. She did not temper her eggs. She put everything in the beginning and just kept stirring it. Now, she didn't have a whisk. She just stirred it with a spoon, and just the whole time it was cooking, she kept stirring it, and it worked. So we've got 3 egg yolks, and I'm just going to mix them up in the little bowl, and these were extra large eggs. So I'm just going to go ahead and put those in, and that orange juice is still actually a little bit cold. So this would be a good way for someone who works to make this pie pretty quickly. Now, I have already made my pie shell right over there, right there. I did make a homemade pie shell, and I did make it with half butter and half Crisco. So I'm going to leave a couple of links down below of making pie crust, and I will put the ingredients of this one in the description along with the ingredients for this filling. All right, so we've got everything in, and I'm just going to mix those egg yolks right in with the whole mixture. So now all we have to do is cook it and let the cornstarch thicken up and the egg yolks cook. And that's all, and no vanilla in this, nothing, just that juice. And I've never made it this way, but I'm pretty sure it's going to turn out based on that sauce I made for the ham and cabbage rolls where I had the carrots in it and we had the leftover. And that night we ate the other 3 leftover ham and cabbage rolls, and we used that sauce that was left over as a dipping sauce, and it was delicious. So I figure this is definitely going to work. And we are going to put some meringue on it using the 3 egg whites that were left. And I've already got those sitting out in the bowl. because they really whip up a lot better if the egg whites are at room temperature. Alright, so I'm going to go ahead and turn my burner on. I've got it on medium, and we're just going to wait for this to boil, so we'll just talk while we're doing that. Y'all seem to like to hear a lot of the stories, and I'm not sure I have any stories tonight. I can't think of any. But anyway, let's see, what can we talk about? I can't think of a thing, y'all. It's late, and I'm probably a little tired. But I definitely think this pie is going to turn out. Well, I know what I can say. I want to thank y'all for all the compliments. Y'all are so complimentary, and for all the comments, period. I love to read the comments. And I love it when y'all try out these recipes and then tell me about them. It's great. Alright, so this is going to be a while, and we don't want to make this video too long, so we'll just bring y'all back as soon as this boils and is cooked, which would take maybe 7 or 8 minutes maybe. Alright, we'll be back. Alright, we are back, and this is taking about 10 minutes of just stirring it constantly, and all of a sudden now it's gotten really, really thick. Now we're going to put in a couple of tablespoons of butter just to make it creamy. I'm going to go ahead and turn my burner off and hold it up off the burner. And you want to keep stirring it to incorporate that butter. Make it really good and creamy. Yeah, this is really easy except for all the stirring, but I think it's going to turn out really well. And it smells very intensely like oranges. Alright, we're going to go ahead and dump this while it's still hot right into the pie shell. Let me raise this up and let y'all be able to see. Alright, here we go. Well, y'all, this worked. Going ahead and putting the egg yolks in right to start with, like my mother always did. And I can still see her standing at the stove stirring the mixture for the lemon meringue pie. And she never fixed the orange pie. Alright, smooth that out. I'm going to taste of that in a minute. Yeah. Alright, so we're ready to fix the meringue now, so hold on just a minute. Alright, we are ready to fix the meringue now. I'm going to use 1 teaspoon of pure vanilla extract, and I'm going to use a little, probably a little heaping 1/4 of a teaspoon of cream of tartar, and that's to stabilize the eggs. Alright, well, let me just get these mixed up because we're going to add some sugar too in just a minute, so hold on. Alright, we've got the egg whites up to sort of the fluffy stage, and so what I'm going to do, I went ahead and added the 1/4 of a teaspoon of the cream of tartar, and I'm going to just go ahead and put in the teaspoon of vanilla now. Just mix that around, and I'm going to also just go ahead and start beating it again and put in, let's see, this is 1/4 of a cup of sugar. Alright, y'all, I'm going to turn it off while I'm doing this. Alright, I have gotten the meringue to the peaks so they'll stand up on their own, and the other way that I like to test meringue is to see if it'll run out of the bowl. If you turn it up and it starts running out a little bit, you know there's still egg white on the bottom of it that hadn't really gotten beaten up. So, all right, I'm gonna move you over on the other side and we go put this on this pie. All right, I moved y'all over again. All right, so we're gonna dump this right in the middle of the pie all at one time. You wanna make sure you use a very clean metal spoon. If you try to use a spatula, it's gonna kind of deflate the meringue. Just dump it all in at one time. And dump it right in the middle of the pie. Alright, now you want to just start mashing it down and let it touch the crust and kind of cling to it. Just go around, make sure there's no little air holes in there next to the crust. That way it'll not separate from the crust. Just about got it. Now I've got my oven heating to 400 degrees and I'm going to leave it in there and hopefully it'll cook the meringue slowly. I'm not going to put all those peaks on it simply because they get brown too quick. I'm just going to let it be smooth like that. Alright y'all, I did go ahead and taste of this. In fact, I just about cleaned the pot out. It has a very, let me back y'all up. It has a very intense orange taste. You don't need orange flavoring. You don't need orange peeling grated up in it. None of that. It has a great orange taste. I would have to say I have tried making not an orange meringue pie, but different things with orange juice, even fresh squeezed orange juice, and it never tasted as good as this has tasted. So I'm quite happy with it. All right, we're going to put this in the 400 degree oven for, I don't know, it's probably going to take about 20 minutes, and I'm not going to be able to cut it until it's completely cool. Now I'll tell you, I had several people ask, how do you keep your meringue from weeping and or separating from the pie crust and that kind of thing? What I do is let the pie, as soon as the meringue has browned, I open the door of the oven and leave it sitting there. Go back 10 or 15 minutes later and move it to the counter and let it sit there. And then when it's, you know, pretty well cool, then cut it, because if you cut it before that, that filling's going to kind of run out a little bit, and you don't want that. So, and I'm not saying I've never cut it ahead of time, because I definitely have. All right, we'll be back when this is ready. All right, the pie is in the cooling stage now. I first crack the oven door, and then I open it up completely and pull the pie out slightly. And after it's cooled a little bit more this way, I'll move it to the counter and let it cool. All right, y'all, we'll be back. I can't wait to try this. All right, y'all, we could not wait. Mr. Bucky said he couldn't wait, and neither could I. The pie is still warm, and this is what happens. But it still tastes fantastic. And here's my piece. I'm having a smaller piece. That's really the only piece that came out good. Mr. Bucky's piece kind of collapsed, but anyway, we're going to have it because it's almost 9 o'clock at night. All right, y'all, we will see y'all next time. Bye for now.